The world is louder than it has ever been. Everyone is screaming for attention, desperate to be seen, heard, and validated. We live in the era of the digital panopticon, a world where privacy is traded for validation and mystery is sacrificed for likes. But the mind that belongs to everyone belongs to no one. The ancient Stoics had a term, Inner Citadel. It was a fortress where no external opinion could penetrate. Today, your citadel is under siege. You have been conditioned to believe that if you aren't seen, you don't exist. If you don't share your win, it didn't happen. But observe the ocean. The surface is chaotic and loud, yet the true power, the crushing pressure that shapes the earth, lies in the abyssal silence below. To be visible is to be predictable, and to be predictable is to be easily manipulated. When you reveal your next move, you grant the world the power to stop you. The superior mind understands that secrecy is the ultimate form of leverage. In the game of existence, communication is often a leak. Every time you explain your goals to someone who hasn't earned that knowledge, you lose the psychological drive to achieve them. It is what we call social reality. Your brain mistakes the act of talking for the act of doing. Silence is not just a lack of words, it's a defensive wall. When you are silent, you become a mirror. People start projecting their insecurities onto you. They talk to fill the void, revealing their secrets, their weaknesses, and their intentions. In the kingdom of the blind, the one who watches in silence is king. By saying less than necessary, you appear more profound and more intimidating. Remember, a king doesn't explain his crown, he simply wears it. Carl Jung once wrote, "No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell." Modern self-help tells you to be positive. It tells you to cut out the toxic, to meditate away the anger, to be a light. This is a lie. It's a lobotomy of the soul. A man who refuses to acknowledge his capacity for violence is not a peaceful man. He is a domesticated one. Think of the dark triad of personality: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. While these are destructive in their pure form, the sovereign mind performs a controlled extraction. You take the ambition of the narcissist, the strategy of the Machiavellian, and the resilience of the psychopath, and you integrate them into a moral framework. You don't become a monster. You become a gardener who knows how to use a sword. You develop what psychologists call agreeableness management. You stop being the person who says yes to avoid conflict and start being the person who says no, because your time is a sacred currency. When you embrace your shadow, you stop being a victim of your impulses. You start using your darkness as a propulsion system. Your insecurity becomes a hunger for mastery. Your anger becomes the fire that forges your discipline. In the economy of the mind, attention is the only real currency. Most people are bankrupt. They spend their focus on celebrities they don't know, politics they can't change, and people they don't even like. The sovereign mind practices psychological minimalism. Ask yourself, who has a key to my mind? If you react to every comment, every notification, every slight, you are a slave. You are a puppet whose strings are pulled by anyone with a keyboard. There's a terrifying power in the phrase, "I have no opinion on that." To withhold your judgment is to retain your power. In the courts of history, the most feared players were those who were black boxes. No one knew what they were thinking, so no one knew how to attack them. This is strategic opacity. In an age of total transparency, being a mystery is a superpower. We have been fed the poison of inclusivity, the idea that to be valuable, you must be accessible. But look at the relics of history. The most sacred temples were not built in the center of the market. They were hidden on the peaks of mountains, protected by silence and trial. This is the ghost protocol. In a world of oversharing, your absence is a tactical strike. When you disappear from the social noise, you aren't just leaving, you are creating a vacuum. And the human psyche abhors a vacuum. It forces others to fill that space with their imagination. They begin to wonder. They begin to obsess. Most people are terrified of being forgotten. The sovereign mind, however, uses the fear of being forgotten as a filter. If your presence doesn't add value, your absence certainly will. By withdrawing your energy from those who take it for granted, you perform a revaluation of the self. You stop being a commodity and start becoming a myth. Remember, the sun is most appreciated after the longest winter. Learn to be the winter. Modern society has pathologized suffering. We are told to medicate it, to distract ourselves from it, to heal it. But the superior mind sees pain as biological data. It is the friction necessary for the soul's ascent. Nietzsche didn't ask for a life without pain. He asked for a life where pain had meaning. When you feel the sting of betrayal or the weight of failure, do not reach for a sedative. Reach for a scalpel. Dissect the emotion. Why does it hurt? Because a part of your ego is dying. Let it die. Each scar on your psyche is a hardening of the neural armor. Through a process of voluntary hardship, you rewire your brain to thrive in the cold. You don't just survive the storm, you become the atmospheric pressure that creates it. This is the ultimate alchemy, turning the lead of your trauma into the gold of your unshakable resolve. The journey we have taken today is not for everyone. Most will close this video and return to the comfort of their distractions. They will remain visible, nice, and predictable. They will die as copies of a world that never cared for them. But you have heard the call of the abyss. You understand now that the darkness is not a hole to fall into, but a canvas to paint on. From this moment on, your life is a private operation. Build in silence. Rule in the shadows. Let your success be the only noise they ever hear. The citadel is built. The sword is sheathed. The mind is sovereign. Welcome to the 1%.